Obama, may Nunava, meet this America.
Yeah, alright. It's pretty sick. A year after mutiny, Kremlin controls Wagner remnants. Deadly attacks on Dagestan synagogue and churches. At least 1,301 people died during Hajj, Saudi Arabia.
Hajjaj.
Isn't Hajj like the walking thing?
No, it's where they go and they kiss like the big rock.
The black thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? That's when they walk around the middle?
Yeah, they do like the wave.
Huh.
But it's like it's like hot here, but I guess it's like hot there too. So a lot of people are dying from heat stroke.
So, I mean, you'd think Allah would protect these people.
He takes who he must, and he leaves his strongest soldiers. So
I feel that, dude.
the work isn't done, and no, it's like I read an article. It's about this like Muslim black couple in like Maryland, and they saved up like 20 grand. And I guess there's like a lot of sketchy like middlemen companies.
Okay.
That like you pay them and then they buy your tickets, they set up lodging and the whole thing for you. But there's like sketchy ones, so like I guess they paid a lot of money and then like the people like they didn't get the proper credentials, they didn't give them enough food, they didn't give them and then they just died out there. And then like it was like people in their 70s, like they're old, and so their kids are like we trying to talk to the government of Saudi Arabia, and the government's like they've already been buried, but we also like don't know where their body is, but they've been buried. It just sucks. It just like sucks big time.
Yeah. Well, not everyone can make the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a crazy video though of like some I didn't know happens over there. They have like a pussy that like inside the rock.
Okay.
That you like, it's legit like you stick your head in the pussy and then you like kiss a rock or something that like Abraham did something to, maybe. I don't know. But so it's a whole crowd of people and they're all pushing towards the rock. So you stick your head in and then you get physically stuck because you're trying to back out, but there's 70 people pushing forward.
Yep.
So it's like a Travis Scott like crush contest.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and just people yelling and screaming. It's like if you're like into like I guess hardcore, it'd probably be really fun. But it looks super dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of effort to stick your head into a rock pussy, and then risk death. Kind of also with that.
The rock pussy. I wish I knew the name for it, but it's like just a hole that you stick your head into.
Ah, dude.
But
I wish I had more energy to like riff on that and come up with a funny rock pussy name, but
it's hot and we're lazy.
It's a low energy type of day.
Yeah, this is a Patreon episode. What this is.
Oh, it's terrible, dude.
We're sunsetting. It's over.
Dude, I woke up with like a raging headache. So I woke up at 7:30, like primed up, right? Like fully rested, feeling great. It was raining. I walked past my sister. I was like, hello, good morning. I was like in a good mood. And I was like, I should probably go back to sleep just, to heal my body because my body hurts, right?
From and you wake up feeling like shit.
Yeah, dude. I wake back up at like 9. And I'm just, now I've had a headache all day. It's just like fucking, I can't, like nothing works. I had a Celsius that did nothing. I worked out, did nothing. I'm sweating my balls off now.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was gonna be hot today, and I'm just sitting in my room just like wet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I walked into the computer room, I guess my sister's room now, but that's where I used to play 3,000 hours of Dota. And it, like, the smell of it was like summertime smell. If that makes
Wait,
sense. Like, do you know, like,
wait.
like you walk in a room, you're like, I remember this smell. Like,
Yeah, I
that
mean it's usually
was,
bad smells,
yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
not good. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It wasn't pleasant. I walked in, I was like, oh fuck, it's one of these days. That's how hot it is. It brings the smell out of my house.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Dare I say, quite hard. Except it's more like with cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
No, I mean, it happens. I
but
almost smoked a butt yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah, I was working a wedding out in the woods, up in the northern hemisphere.
in Finland.
Yeah, and these people, like, they built like a bar in their basement, and then for the wedding, people were being charged for like beer and wine and drinks, and they were being charged, like, they were selling like T-shirts
T-shirts, dude.
to like a yeah to like,
Finnish midsummer T-shirts.
to your family during like a fucking wedding. It was very strange.
Yeah, I don't. I the midsummer experience of like I'm gonna have two uncles and then be like, I'm with him shirt. Like the two uncles, and then it's just like women want me, fish fear me type shit.
Yeah.
It just you're in a whole different reality tunnel. I feel like you're really like your life is on a totally different race car track. Like people are on NASCAR tracks going in circles,
Yeah.
and it's just some people like Ford F-150, they're doing great things, and then other people it's just like the abandoned South Carolina bottle rocket derby. But they're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, along those lines too, man. Fucking the fat boy is he joined a gym.
Dude, nice. He's dude, everyone we know who's fat's getting big or
Yeah.
getting after it.
Yeah, getting after it. Initially, I was like really excited for him, and then I think I figured it out last night. We were getting a couple beers, and he was telling me like, yeah, dude, you always gotta have that in your back pocket to join the army, you know.
Oh my god.
I was like,
See,
oh man.
you see, like, I don't want to. I like you say that, and I don't want to talk about it because I'm like disseminating the psyops.
Yeah.
But like, that's so stupid. Just because like we're the closest thing to like, if you believe the bait that the government is sending us, like we're closer to war than ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you saw it, but the government like passed a bill that's saying like all men, like you don't have to sign up for the draft anymore. You're automatically registered.
Yeah.
But it's for just in case. Like there's no draft is coming, but we're just signing everyone up
Mhm.
anyways. But trust us, no draft is coming. We just did this for it makes
It's
the
just
process
'cause, yeah.
easier. And then like, so it's just to talk about fighting now, joining now. Like you're crazy.
Yeah, he's retarded. But his reasoning was, they've really let a lot of the standards go, so I don't even have to lose that much.
He might be right.
I was like, fuck, man.
You might be right. Like, I remember I was in like one of the fucking. It wasn't MEPS, but it was like the lobby, I guess, where you like meet them and stuff.
Mhm.
And they were just like, sit on the ground and like stand up. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Like without difficulty? I'm like, yeah, and then I did it for them, and it was fine.
That's the prelim.
Yeah, it's legit things like that. Like, can you just like because there's just fat people where they sit down and they need like a fucking chair
Yeah.
or
No. Yeah, to
a
stand
table.
because they can't.
Yeah, they can't just like I don't know why, but they just can't like their own weight. They can't do it.
Excuse me.
But
Yeah. That's
no, I've been
nuts.
like the government and the world's trying to bait us into like being scared about the war, and so I'm just like I kept the weekend quiet. Like I stopped. I saw that and I just like we're not looking at the news anymore.
Nice. I respect
So I've just been watching like the new Elden Ring DLC came out. And I've been watching people play Elden Ring. That's just what I've been doing.
That's a good
That and
use
like
of
reading.
time. It's a good use of time. What have you been reading?
The 2 books. One is about it's like the Pali Canon, like on Buddhism,
Okay.
because it's like a specific anthology condensed to like how to deal with people, because I hate people and I want to stop getting angry.
Yeah.
And because the Pali Canon's like thick, it's massive. It's like 1,000+ words. There's no reason to, or 1,000+ pages. There's no reason to read that much. And then the other one's 100 Years of Solitude,
What's that
which
about
like
again?
it's like a famous book. I think the dude won the Nobel Prize for it.
Who
It's
wrote
like
it?
he's Colombian, and it takes place in like 1800s Colombia, I would say. And it's this guy. He's like in this village, and he packs his family up and he moves into the jungle, and then he sets up a like shop, like a new village, and then just 100 years of like that family history in this new village.
Gotcha.
Um, but like there's like specific like Latin American surrealism. There's like a genre that kind of was like pioneered by this book, of like nonsensical wild stuff happens, and just the world building is very like mystical. So like an example is like there's like gypsies that come to the village,
Okay.
regular like traveling gypsies that sell their wares, and so they'll bring like magical stuff, like a tambourine that can like play songs but also like cure a person's fever. And one of them, they have like a tent, and so the dad and his son go into the gypsy's tent, and then the gypsy opens it up, and then like he opens up a chest, and then like mist flows out of the chest,
Okay.
and then the kid says, "Dad, that's the biggest diamond on Earth," and then his dad's like, "No, that's ice." And then like, because if you like freeze, like if you have like a block of ice, there'll be like needles in the center. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then so like the way that the light like hit the ice block, it created like this colorful kaleidoscope thing. And then he like paid the gypsy like $5 to touch the ice.
Yeah.
And then he paid $5 for his son to touch the ice. And then his son was like, "Dad, it's boiling." And he's like, "No, it's not." Because it's like it's like rural, early Colombia. Like they don't like he paid money for his son to discover ice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and so it was a very like moving, mystical experience. Because if you've never seen ice before, and then now you get to see it, it's a very weird thing. Like you never think that water could do that,
Oh, yeah.
and especially for it to be that big. Like the dad talks about when he was a kid, his grandfather took him way into the country and then to see a glacier. Yeah, and then just like touching the glacier and then just like feeling the coldness. It's a very surreal experience, but it's a lot of like the world building of that is a lot of what this book is.
Gotcha.
Like another example is like they're like, so the dad and his wife are like cousins.
Yeah. Continue.
There's a lot of incest in the book. With a ton of incest. It's crazy. But and so because of this, sometimes the kids will come out inbred.
Yep.
And they call them iguana babies.
Okay.
And one of the family members on the wife's side is like, "Hey, you can't marry him because this other person had an inbred kid, and he was born with like a pig's tail.
Okay.
Like it had like he had like a tail, and it had like fur, and it like looked like a pig's tail.
Yep.
And then he was like so ashamed of having that he could like he never wanted a girl to see it. And so like eventually he convinced the butcher in the town to like chop it off with a cleaver. And then he died as a result. And he didn't want any of his kids to like, or grandkids to go that way. So he was like, "You guys can't get married." But then the dad was like alpha beast mode, and he was like, "Listen, even if we have iguana babies, like I'm tearing that ass up. Like this is happening." And then the wife is she's cool with it. She's like, "All right, but you have to take responsibility for whatever happens. Like I'm not
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be
I'm not taking
shamed.
care of the retards.
Yeah. And
That's
then they
pretty
have
funny.
kids and it's fine. And then years later, he takes them to go see Ice. But the book, yeah, the book is
This is
really.
this sounds so made up.
No, this is, I mean, I'm telling it poorly, but this is the book. I'm like, it's like 400, 500 pages.
Yeah.
I've only told you what happens in like the first 30,
Whoa.
and not even everything that happens in the first 30. Like the so the kid who discovers ice, he has a brother, and his whole personality, like his main defining personality characteristic, is that his dick is huge.
That's good.
Every chick who sees him in the book is like, "Oh my god."
It's a good quality to have.
Yeah, like one of the traveling gypsies. So there's two sets. There's one that brings wares to like for like technology. Like they psyop the dad into like trying to be an alchemist
Okay.
and like you like chart the earth with telescopes and stuff. But the other gypsies, they sell stuff for like fun. So they bring like a magic flying carpet and things like that.
Okay. That's cool.
And one of the gypsies, like an adult one, she's like 13, this kid. He sees his dick and then she's like, "May God preserve you forever as you are." Like just crazy, like they all want it. And so he's like 13 and he meets this like fortune teller that like wanders into the town. She like reads cards and he starts sneaking out at night and starts smashing.
Okay.
And it's really like awesome the way he kind of writes it. Like he talks, like he really describes like the experience of being 13 and just like, you know, rock hard in your bed at night, just like itching for pussy
Yeah.
and just sneaking out and like the anxiety of sneaking out, of like trying to not wake people up. Um and then so he talks with his brother, and then his brother's like, "Hey, like what does it feel like?" And he's like, just without even batting an eye, just like, "It was an earthquake. Every night's an earthquake." Yeah, it's just like so. And this woman's like old. She's like, I guess some dude like raped her at 14.
Ooh.
But the way he writes it, it's like he raped her at 14, but like continued to love her until she was like in her 20s. And then he was just like kind of a fuck up, so he said, "I'm gonna leave you and try and figure myself out, but I'll come back for you." But I guess like since she was so young, she like stayed attached to him.
Okay.
And so like, but she's like kind of, I guess, broken and crazy a little bit. So she falls in love with this 13-year-old. And then they're having like a good, cute summertime romance until she kind of destroys the mirage with like, "You're going to be a dad." And then this 13-year-old's just like, "Fuck." Like, gee, like, fuck. It's over. And then so he just like stays in his room. He tries to like hide in his dad's like laboratory. And eventually he goes and he sees like a gypsy performance because they're in town.
Yep.
And then he sees this like hot 13-year-old gypsy girl. And then he smashes her. He goes up behind her and hugs her, rubs his dick against her leg, and then she's like, "Oh, like we're doing this now." It's like it emphasizes that his dick is massive every time it possibly can.
So the author's writing about a young man,
a young
with a
man's
giant
penis.
hog, in great
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah, young
repeatedly
man's
over and
wiener.
over again.
Over and over. But so he smashes this gypsy girl, and then he like skips town with the gypsies.
All right, that's cool.
He leaves. Like so I've read this book before. I'm like rereading it, so I could tell like more about him, but like that's not within the first 30 pages.
Yeah. I mean, what an intro, huh?
No, there's more to like. It's really the dad's like based schizo retard. And so the gypsies come and then they're like, "So here's these magnets that can like that Or he just gives them magnets. I guess this new technology. And then so he just like, I'm gonna find gold with this. And then so he goes out into the woods like a metal detector at the beach
Okay.
and tries to like find gold in the river. And his wife is like, "You're so fucking, I hate you. Why are you like this?" And he's like, "No, we're gonna be rich, trust me." And then it's constantly like that. The gypsies give him some new piece of technology, and then he just like finds some way to squander it and be retarded. Like they
Nice.
he thinks that he can um like do alchemy by like melting down metals.
Yep.
And so he gets his wife's like inheritance, which is like gold doubloons, and like melts them down in a pot with like mercury. But then it just all melts into one goop. So it just throws away his wife's money. Like that's just the type of dude this is. And he's like this for the whole book. It rules. Like he can't, no one can tell him no. No one can change his mind. What he says goes.
He keeps it consistent, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. He just keeps fucking shit up. But no, but eventually like so there eventually there's this one girl who shows up to the village. The dad has like this vibe of like a girl is coming. And then these like native Indians show up from the woods with this girl, and then she has a letter like from relatives that neither of them know.
Nice.
But the letter says that like, hey, her parents, which are your cousins that you don't know, died. She needs a place to stay. Take care of her.
Oh.
And so it's just this girl with this really spooky dress. She has a bag filled with her parents' bones.
Oh.
And she refuses to speak. And she only she just sits in a rocking chair, and she rocks back and forth and sucks her thumb. She doesn't eat. She doesn't talk. And they eventually, like a week goes by, and like, how is she not dead? She's not eating. And they find out that she eats the wet earth from the garden, and she eats the paint, like the whitewash paint from the walls.
Oh god.
Yeah, so it's just like the characters are really interesting and kind of crazy. But so eventually, like the mom, like starts beating the this daughter.
Yep.
Because they adopted her, so like she's their daughter now, and so like starts beating her and gave her like a medicine extract of like orange juice with rhubarb, and I guess that cures the pica of eating the dirt.
Nice.
And if we flash forward a while, the dude who left to join the gypsies, that son,
Yeah.
he becomes like a traveling gypsy with them, but he leaves them and he joins like not the Navy, but like pirates.
Okay.
And then he lives like that life, and so he eventually comes back to the village with like crazy pirate tattoos. He's like massive and shredded, and he dogs out this the new chick. Like they legit set up a cabin, I think, like in the outskirts of the village, and they just fuck all day.
Nice.
It rules. The book is like really.
I kind of want to read it.
I mean, I spoiled maybe the first 50 pages, I guess, so far. There's 500. And a lot more happens. There's entire like arcs and characters that I haven't even gone into yet. But
not to totally derail this, but while you were talking, I meandered my pointer finger into my belly button.
Yeah, he's got.
Just because I'm shirtless, yeah, and there was like a whole puddle of like shower water in there. Because I showered like an hour ago, and it was like still in my belly button.
Can you smell it? Like, can you provide a status update on the smell?
It smells like coconut, like the shampoo I was using.
Oh, that's good. I'm thinking it's gonna smell like blue cheese or something.
Like hot dog water.
like some meaty
yeah
bologna type.
Yeah, I was admittedly when I sniffed it as you were talking about him dogging her out in the cabin, I was like, I hope this doesn't smell bad, but it didn't. It's clean, but I just like the volume of it. I didn't realize that much could fit in my belly button. I guess I'm getting fat again. But But yeah, I would love to read that book, man.
Yeah, dude. Listen, it's like a Latin American like classic.
Yeah.
Like kind of how like you have like Russian literature, and then you have like Dostoevsky, and then like famous book like this in terms
Uh-huh.
of Latin American literature.
No, I've
This
heard
book
of it
and
before.
this dude is like it's one of the greats.
Yeah, I don't know if it was you who told me about it before, but I imagine it was. But I have heard
It's
about this before.
I've tried, so like I finished it like years ago, but like it's hard to read. Like the way it's so nonsensical, and it's hard to really kind of grasp like a plot or like a a meaning to things.
Yeah. Is it more of just like a character study?
No, no, it's actually like I don't want to spoil it, but like it is character studies, but like it's like it's the genre of like surrealism. So like it's a lot of the stuff like is intentionally kind of nonsensical, non-based in reality, to like
Mm-hmm.
fit like Native American like or like Latin American like lore and
Gotcha.
culture, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, like the incest in particular. Like incest is big down there.
Yeah.
Not like sisters and stuff, but like cousins is not as weird down there as it is up here.
I believe it.
And so that's why and like just the families, like the importance of like families and stuff like that. It's very, but it's hard to read. Like every character has like the same name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like what?
like I can actually pull up. I can get the book because there's a family tree in the beginning because to show you because it's confusing.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But,
pull up the
I mean,
family tree of the
I'll
incest people.
I'll pull it up.
Pull up the incestuous Latinx family tree, please. Thank you. While we're waiting, I'd just like to say hello.
Just vocal fry like the video.
No,
So it's like the main dad. His dude is Jose Arcadio Buendia, and he has a son named Aureliano. That's the dude who touches the ice. And then
Is
Jose
that the dude with the big
Arcadio.
dick?
Jose Arcadio has the big dick. Aureliano touches the ice.
Okay.
Aureliano has a son named Aureliano Jose. With the dude. Okay, so I forgot to say that the dude with the big dick. So he has a son with the fortune teller lady.
Okay.
Like that's why he leaves, because he doesn't want to be a dad. So the kid is born,
Yeah,
and then that kid is named Arcadio as well.
I see.
But the dude who touches the ice smashes also that chick and has a son with her as well.
Okay.
And so that dude's name is Aureliano. Aureliano Jose, but then Aureliano also has 17 kids named Aureliano.
Oh.
And then so the son that's born from the fortune teller lady has a son named Aureliano Segundo and Jose Arcadio Segundo. And then Aureliano Segundo has a son named Jose Arcadio. I swear to God.
Dude, why?
I don't know. I don't know why he did this. And then, so that son has a sister who has a son named Aureliano. And then another sister who I think has another son named Aureliano.
This is giving me a headache.
Yeah, so it's difficult to read because you don't know who's who.
Yeah.
Like when he says that, like, Jose Arcadio did this or that or spoke to this or that.
Yeah, you don't know which one he's talking about.
Exactly. You don't know it's very difficult to know what's going on. It's a very difficult book to read.
That's intended though, right? He wrote that.
It probably is more cohesive in Spanish. Just the way that like names are down there. But I don't know.
Yeah,
my Spanish isn't good enough to read it in Spanish, so I haven't tried.
Yeah. That would be an interesting exercise.
But
I can imagine that gets kind of fucking annoying.
yeah. But like there's like yeah, there's all kinds of wild stuff that happens. I think though that like as you just read it, like because like it's 100 years.
Yeah.
So eventually people kind of, and like same where how this dude left to go like Travel the World with the Pirates and Gypsies, like people go in and out of the store.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, I don't think it tells stories of like his pirate days. It just kind of says like I'm back, and
Gotcha.
then he just starts doing things. You know.
I respect that. Get behind that.
Yeah.
Do some pirate shit and just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
He comes
Yeah.
back and he's like, I'm
or maybe,
Monkey
like,
D. Luffy.
Like I read the book in high school, and like as I'm rereading it now, like I'm kind of learn because I like when I first read it, I forgot like kind of how vivid the sex scene was between the 13-year-old and the fortune teller lady.
Yes.
So maybe he does tell about the pirate story, but I don't remember it.
Well, let's hope not, for the sake of this podcast.
For the sake of No, I imagine if like, fucking my book review gets it haunts me. I'm a liar.
Yeah, you got it wrong, dude. You got
Yeah.
100 Years of Solitude wrong.
Yeah, God
In
forbid.
front of all these people.
In front of all these people. No.
Oh, man.
It's really like it's a good book. It's I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, we could not be reading more different things right now, dude.
Yeah, you read like violent books.
Nah,
read, like-
not really.
Well, let me rephrase. You read more like yeah, no, I'm gonna double down on that. You read violent books. You read David Goggins.
I have. I
Like, guilty as charged. I did do that.
Yeah, I still have that On Killing book on my desk too, which is that do you ever want to learn about killing people?
Yeah, I got you.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No, but I've been reading How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan, and it's been pretty good so far. I will say this, like, as someone who has allegedly done some of these substances, like, to just hear an old man talk about how much of a pussy he is pretty funny.
Yeah, dude, it's the best.
Like he's
Not to just like take away, like just derail what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
just hearing people like Neil deGrasse Tyson be like, "There is no God," or "We can't know." You ever gonna try mushrooms? Actually, no. No, it's actually I think that I value the control over my mind too much to.
yeah, it's like, nah, dude, you're a fucking pussy, and you don't
Yeah,
want to
you're a
talk to
baby.
God. That's fine, dude. That's fine. I think it's an ego thing. They all think they're God, because they're masters of science.
Yeah, no, it's 100% what you. I mean, you nailed it. It's just it's an ego thing. Like fear is the language of the ego, and like it'll worm its way into saying exactly what it needs to for you to like make a decision in its best interest.
Yeah.
And the mushrooms will kill it. It's like Old Yeller taking it behind the shed.
Yeah, like viscerally killing it too. Not like all right, turn around, puppy.
Yeah,
It's
not like a fucking like you give it the needle and the vet,
Nah,
and then it's just like say goodbyes. You pet it as it goes out. No, it's you die.
yeah, no, it's fucking Frank
It's
Lucas.
throwing a brick at a glass or a mirror. Like
Yeah,
it's
Frank
done.
Lucas in the middle of Harlem going, "You really gonna shoot me, Frank?" And then yeah, Frank blasts you in the face with a fucking 44 Magnum in front of all these people. That's what that is. And Neil deGrasse Tyson's a fucking pussy because he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Richard
Neil.
Dawkins, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, fucking be a man, dude. Lose your mind. All right.
Yeah, I think Richard Dawkins was like, I have like a heart condition or something. I think it was something really
Pussy.
stupid.
Like this is, they all come up with like bullshit like excuses just because it's like they're afraid.
Yeah.
Because what happens if those guys do like a fucking shitload, right? Like a heroic dose. Imagine that their whole life's work is rendered meaningless.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, that's
I was
why.
wrong.
That's why they don't want to fucking do it.
Yeah, I think that's it too. I think that they probably because you can't like see the vast plethora of like experiences of this and then just be like, there's nothing intriguing about this. There's nothing potentially to maybe be gained. Like everyone who does it's just a hallucination. Like they're just all.
It couldn't be further from the truth. And that's
Yeah.
what's cool about like this book, I guess, is like it's a perspective that I've never had. Obviously, like I kind of got thrown into that shit. Not unknowingly, but very naively. I didn't have the initial, I guess, attitudes towards it like these people do. But it is interesting to see like the unraveling of someone like a total square, and then just eventually like succumbing to like an experience and then being like, yeah, fucking, I get it now.
Yeah, I was wrong. No, I 100% like the method of us, like, let's just be in a basement and with bad people.
Yeah.
And during stressful points in our lives. And let's just do it and then be like, oh wait, I have to go home and face these people. Like that's so.
It's so
like,
scary.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's so.
Like, it's so
unraveling. The unraveling of reality.
Yeah.
And then also like coming back from that and being like, all right, go talk to your parents though.
Yeah. Go talk to the people you're most afraid of.
in such a vulnerable state that there's no recovery. You know, they know something's up.
But they also like, I don't know. For me, as like I get older, I kind of recognize that like they're not gonna do shit.
Nah.
They're not gonna do. It's like the people who say they're gonna overthrow the government. You're not gonna do shit.
You're not gonna do shit.
They're just like them.
That
Dude.
is
They're
so
not gonna
true.
do shit.
That is so fucking true, dude. That's such a
Right.
good analogy.
Like even if they get mad, it's today. 3 days from now,
This
they'll
doesn't
still be
exist.
mad, but not at you.
No. They got other shit to deal with now.
Yeah, other shit to be angry about. You know, you got the person on the TV said, you know, said something that made me mad, and then just here I am repeating everything the news tells me.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, it's so bad, dude. During the week, my boss just fucking constantly, dude. He brought up fucking Hillary last time on Saturday before I worked the wedding. The boss called me up. He's like, "You want to set something up real quick?" I was like, "Sure." Make a quick buck, right? Fucking the whole way there and the whole way back, he's talking about his father-in-law that was like a Hillary guy or some and just he's explaining to me why Hillary lost the election. I'm like, dude, that was like fucking 8 years ago.
That was 8, dude. That's crazy. That's what, like a third of our life?
Yeah.
You just threw that away. I mean, like he's much older than us, so it's a different time scale. But imagine just like, all right, let me just throw away 8 years.
Still thinking
Let
about
me just
this.
freeze myself.
Yeah, like I don't, dude. It makes no sense. This is why I think these people need fucking drugs.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, I think, yes.
Not drugs,
But-
psychedelics, but anyway.
Well, no, they need both. They need they need Adderall. No, because I think that like unfortunately, it may be this is for sure just me being ignorant to it because it probably exists, but I think that a proper, reliable protocol to make sure that you don't end up like, you know, mashed potato brain needs to be developed because I think that those people they'd lose it.
Yeah, this is true. This is
I
definitely
think that
a risk.
I think that they would 100% just like it make them it cause them to double down, like how we know people who have had innumerable like more experiences than us, but they have doubled down in their own ego. I think that's what would happen instead.
Yeah, this is true. I think it's easy too, in like if you don't dose it right, like if you only get like a half dose, and then you don't like completely lose it, like the ego survives, and then it's so much easier to double down.
Yeah, like if you send yourself out to sea, but you just don't let go of the floaty, then you
weather
eventually the
storm
water
like that.
drains, and then you just hung out at sea for a bit, but you didn't actually like swim. Like you
Yeah.
just
I'm trying to swim, dude. I'm trying to swim. I was gonna do it, but just the timing of it is just, set and setting, man. And I just don't want to do that and have it be really like what it's gonna be. It's gonna be not good, you know, and that's fine. I can accept that it's gonna be not good. But I would rather not have to do that and then like sneak through my sister's room to go take a shit while I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know. Thinking about doing like a retreat out west.
That, I mean,
Or up north or something. I don't know. Just for a couple days.
I think that'd probably be actually like really beneficial.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially right now. Especially with all, you know, the current stresses of life. I think I've become way too stuck in my ways. Especially like reading this book is reminding me of that, you know. Thinking like I have such grasp on things, and even talking to like my boss yesterday. Because he's the same way. He's just like an accelerated version, you know, further down the stream. I can see it in him.
That's
and I was like,
plus
oh,
25.
Fuck. Yeah, he's 25.
He's us plus 25.
You know. Fucking, Nah, I'm talking about the food guy, not the other guy. Other guy's retarded. He's done. He's cooked.
They're both us plus 25.
Food guy's
I
chill.
stood by my statement.
Food guy's chill.
They're all us.
Other guy's cooked, man. There's no hope for him. Fucking, he told me again, fucking on Saturday. He's like, you know, if I didn't have kids, bro, I'd be there right now. I'd be there with my guns right now. I was like, would you? Would you really?
No. What he's doing is what like 14-year-old girls do when they're sad.
Yeah.
They take a bunch of pills and then they call everyone they know to save them.
That's kind of true, though. That's kind of true. He's looking to me for guidance on, like, life and shit. I'm like, dude, you have, like, crazy things happening that I have no idea. Like, talking about, like, equity.
You're me plus 25. What do you think I know?
What do you think is different?
Right? What do you think? Yeah, exactly. What do you think is different? Like, if you want to learn how to, like, you know, pirate pornography, like, I'm your guy.
I got you. You want to watch a movie online without paying for it? I got you.
Yeah, I got you. But if you think that I could, yeah, you know, help you with things that I've never seen before, never done before,
asking me about APR ratings and fucking.
Your guess is as good as mine, brother. Your guess is as good as mine.
It's like, dude, my entire net worth is probably less than your fucking truck payment.
Funny, dude.
You know?
It's like, that's fine. I mean, the reason why I don't do it, because, like, I know exactly what I have to do. I just have to do it.
Yeah.
That's my predicament. It's just, you know, bringing myself to, like, on a consistent daily basis, cross everything off the to-do list.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing for me, too. I sent you that meme last week of, like, the not setting specific goals thing.
Yeah.
And I still haven't revisited that. I made, like, a sheet at the beginning of the year, and I just never updated it. And we're 6 months in.
We're 6 months in and we haven't moved.
Yeah. I wouldn't say we haven't moved, but definitely, like, the whole not setting specific goals thing, I think, from my brain at least, like, I need to do that. And just this week in general, I've been fucking pushing that off just because I'm like, I'm so busy. I'm so tired.
Yeah,
I worked so hard this week. It's like, fucking, so did everybody else, douchebag.
Yeah, it's just, like, you know, you gotta forego comfort.
Yeah.
If you really want to get somewhere, you can't.
No, just fucking can't come home and watch Netflix. I will say this, though, dude. My sister gave me this, like, massage thing. It's, like, for your neck and, like, your traps.
Massage gun or, like, a wraparound thing?
It's like it's like a little backpack almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It heats up, too. So what I've been doing before I go to bed, I take my magnesium pills.
I take a Percocet. Put on the massage.
Fucking, we'll get to that. That yesterday was fun, but before that, so fucking, I'll take the magnesium. I'll put the little backpack on, like Curious George, and I'll just sit there, no phone, nothing, just in the red light. I'm just sitting here. It must really look strange to, like, people passing my house, but fuck them. I don't give a shit. I'm entering my right mind, dude. Meditating while something is, like, relieving muscle tension is pretty sick.
I believe you.
It's like instant sleep, dude. It's been helping.
Instant sleep.
Yeah. Nightmares are still worse though. These magnesium things is no joke. I don't know what's going on, dude. I've been having fucked up dreams. I'm not gonna say it on the show, but I'll let you know afterwards. It's not good. Very taboo subjects.
Very taboo subjects. Very not good.
Very not good. Very not halal. But yeah, yesterday at the fucking wedding, we were in bumfuck nowhere and we didn't have any like caffeine or nothing. So I was just popping tramadols. And dude, a few trammies on an empty stomach. Let me tell you.
You're an African. You know that? You're acting like an African right now.
Let me
like
tell you,
like a
dude.
Nigerian laborer that this tramadol to get through the day.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, cause they're like on a full stomach and like nothing. Like they're pretty like, you know.
They're strong.
It's not. They're not strong. They're very medium. It's a very medium buzz. Not that I have experience with other opiates. I totally don't. But yeah, dude, empty stomach in like a short period of time and like a couple IPAs that I got this guy Steve to steal for me. Not bad. Not bad. I was like cheesing hard, man.
I bet.
Cheesing hard. Fuck. And you know what sucks though? It was pouring rain. These people got married and as soon as they got under the tent, they had this big like 30 by 60. Fucking it came down, man. And it didn't let up for hours. But
was the lady mad?
I think everybody was a little cranky, but they kind of like they hung
Make
out.
the best of it.
Yeah, I think at that point like you just kind of accept it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just me, but like, if it rained, I'd probably have fun with it. But I
Yeah.
could totally see just the chick like, is this my day? I've been thinking about it since I was 9 years old, and it's ruined.
Yeah, nah, and
You
she
know?
was like a total fucking fatty. Like she was fat as fuck.
Everyone's fat, dude.
Married this like little skinny guy. They went to like college together and like, but I will say it was weird. They had like a pastor there, so it was like, I think they were like Catholic. I think it was like a very Catholic ceremony.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was all right. They were kind of upset. I was fine. Like I said, I was cheesing, running back and forth from our little easy up tent, setting up the food. It was nice. I think tramadols might be my favorite drug.
Hey, man. Be careful. Careful. You know, there's many a history. There's a long lineage, dare I say, of people who, you know, said similar things and then they died.
Tried something a little different and then
Yeah, exactly. They wanted something a little more. Something that reminded them of the good old early days of tramadol.
no, it's lucky that like I don't have access to that. I would totally just buy like a shit ton.
I mean, his thing is like, you if you want it, you'll find it.
I
The
could.
reason why you don't is because you don't want it.
Yeah, no, I know. Even who I got it from was like, you know, I get these from Guatemala. we could put in an order for you, and I was like, I think I'm all set.
Yeah, no, exactly. Just if you want it.
I don't have the personal responsibility to handle that sort of usage. But yeah, it was a good wedding. I had fun.
I'm glad to see people getting married. Glad to see people happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I'm going to see Inside Out 2 tonight.
I heard that's like really good.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, Billboard 100 of movies.
Shit. Did you ever see the first one?
No,
I haven't either.
I'm not a movie guy.
No.
Sadly.
That being said, dude, we have to watch Despicable Me.
Yeah, this is Despicable Me 4.
Yeah,
coming out.
when's that? Dude, it's in theaters now.
That's. Wait.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way. Like, what, like that's not true. I was like verbally gonna say that's just not true.
Yeah, it releases July 10th. We should go opening day.
No.
No, you can go. There's like screenings. The latest
Oh,
ones I'm looking
opening
at are like
day
9:30.
expensive tickets for with children in every seat. No, thank you.
Dude, Pharrell does the theme song.
I saw an anime movie in the theaters like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
What? What was it?
Well, so I don't want to say because I don't know if it's in theaters just for this area.
All right. So anyway, Gru welcomes a new member to the family, Gru Jr., who's intent on tormenting his dad. However, their peaceful existence soon comes crashing down when criminal mastermind Maxime Lemal escapes from prison and vows to revenge against Gru. See what I did there? That was a little segue back to the original topic.
I didn't see that. Bravo.
To avoid doxing.
No, I mean I was gonna talk about it like just the not the specific movie of it, but just like it's like a movie that's from a TV show.
Gotcha.
And so I hadn't watched a TV show. But so I didn't know who any of the characters were. But I still enjoyed the movie. It was actually kind of like well done.
Well, that's good. Anytime like it's worth going to like the theaters for, like that's always a plus.
Yeah,
You don't
I
feel
go
like-
in there. It's just Asians and black people. Fucking,
Really?
it's awesome. Yeah,
It's the only time you'll see those two groups together.
yeah. It's just a real, uniting of forces.
Anime is the uniting forces for blacks and Chinese.
I was looking at like clubs to join at like school.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to like join anime club. Like send an email to the head of the anime club
I mean, you
and just being
can.
like, so what do you guys do? Like, what is this about? Like, what is?
They sit around, talk about anime, they rub their Cheeto fingers against each other.
I think they cosplay. I think they do all kinds of stuff.
Ew. They definitely all do like weird fucking butt stuff.
I think that you just have a lot of prejudice because you met.
Oh, because I've seen the different anime clubs at the 3 schools that I went to.
No, because like
I'm sorry. I have evidence of.
yeah, you had you have a generalized idea based on a few isolated incidents.
Please go to that meeting and send me a video of the people there.
I'm not gonna say that
I would
they're-
love to be proved wrong.
No, listen.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm not. We're on the same page in that they for sure have autism, right? But the people that we knew in the past, they were autistic and mean. I feel like these people might be nice.
They're probably nice, yeah. They're probably trying to suck your dick too.
Maybe. Like I have a strong feeling that it's legit as long as you just show up and then you're like not mean. Like if you're not like just walking in on their hobby trying to make them feel bad about it, they'll be super cool to you. That's kind of the idea that I think it is.
I see.
But I
Probably.
also like I'm not into anime the way that they are. So I'd probably,
Yeah, why
Yeah,
is it that
please.
some people become so infatuated with it? Like I don't understand the draw. But I guess I can go for anything.
yeah, it's like I mean,
Like to
For
the
a
point
lot
where
of
you're
people-
dressing up and like I think if you do that for anything, you're kind of gay.
I think we just have shame. I think that's more what it is. Just
Yeah, but like why is that a bad thing?
what, just shame?
Yeah.
Because it makes you unhappy.
I don't know. I think sometimes you're not meant to be happy.
And that is the fork in which we differ. That is the fork. Just because it's like, yeah, I don't know. Because I like there's a lot of like classic anime from like the 80s and 90s that I'm sure that they could like nerd out about. I haven't seen any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I think that there's also like a very interesting correlation between like depression and anime consumption.
Is
Like
it
I think
really?
anime helps people feel emotions.
So anime is making people depressed?
No, no, I think that like let's say you are kind of like depressed and emotionally numb. Like I think you legitimately might the only way you could like feel sadness is through watching a sad anime.
Interesting.
Like legit, like I guarantee that there are people in this world who their dog just died and they feel nothing. They feel nothing. But
Yeah.
they will watch a sad anime where uh, some chick dies or something, some emotionally climactic moment, and they won't necessarily cry at the show, but they'll feel way worse than that their dog. And I think that's probably the main draw, is that like people just want to feel things and live, and anime helps these people do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I agree with you. I would like to revisit the Studio Ghibli movies.
Yeah, that
Ghibli.
yeah, like that's a perfect example. Like I've watched like 3 of those movies.
Yeah.
Like the people they know the whole catalog,
Yeah, I don't.
and that's
Yeah.
that's what separates me between
I
them.
just
But
like
those are good movies. Like they're
yeah, the
not.
music. I remember the music being really nice and the visuals being very good, and it's just like I just had to watch it with that bitch. So I think enough time
Lying,
has
stealing.
passed. I think enough time has passed where I didn't, I can watch those movies and not think of that bitch.
Yeah, I mean, those are like those movies were made too in a time where like anime was more hand drawn. I
Yeah.
think that adds to the appeal of the animation versus.
I think you're. I mean, like I don't know. I'm definitely more biased towards that style. I think
Yeah,
because we
and
watched.
it's just like
Sorry, go ahead.
I would say like and just like this is obvious, but like hand drawn, it's such a like more labor intensive, financially costly thing,
Yeah.
and just as a planet, we've moved away from that. Just like making things that are cool, even if they're harder and more expensive.
Yeah. No, the cutting corners thing is really. It's
It's
unfortunate.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's understandable because like to make those kinds of movies, it's like you need slaves. Like it's not like a ethical.
No, it's
Like,
not. Yeah.
For the legitimate from the movies from the 80s and 90s that are beautiful, slaves made that. Like that's just it's what it is.
And again, that's the trade-off. That's we're in the first world, man.
Yeah, no, we need a Dan Schneider to crack the whip and just fucking
Get them kids in check. Get them kids writing and drawing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I think slavery will come back in the media space.
It has to.
Once AI fails, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're gonna see that. This is my grand prediction.
I agree.
I think AI there's gonna be like don't get me wrong, it'll be like a maybe 10-year period or some shit. I don't know. I'm not gonna put a number on it, but there will be a period where they flush it out and they really try, and I think it's just gonna fail.
Yeah, I think it'll be just like like people for some reason like there's like movies are very very formulaic.
Yeah.
Like they'll pick a director who's known to crank out movies that make money. They'll get a few actors that are known to draw appeal. They'll create. They'll statistically look at what times of the years do these movies do well. They'll release it then. They'll create like a media psyop like Barbenheimer to create appeal for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes they just fail. Right? Like who would have thought that Barbie would make $1.4 billion? How do you predict that? And then like the Marvel movies that they spend $1 bajillion on, them shitting the bed now.
They just flop, yeah.
Hard to like
And I wouldn't be surprised if some of those movies they've already used AI.
Yeah, no, they
to
for
write
sure
and
are.
shit,
For sure.
Yeah,
I saw the Barbie movie like maybe like last week. I don't
Yeah.
know if I talked about it. It's like kind of good.
Yeah, I've heard that. I still haven't watched it yet. My lady's been trying to get
definitely
me to
like
watch it, but I don't.
like when it first came out, you had like people on the right like saying like it's a feminist psyop, this and that.
Yeah.
You're cringe. If you're doing that, you're legit. You're truly like you hate fun.
Yeah. I
Like
mean, it's
it's
funny too, because what's his face won like an Oscar for that movie.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's like it's actually like I mean, you also like it's for women. It's definitely it's a girl movie. Like
Is it?
to be a guy, you're not. It doesn't cater to you, so like you can't really expect to like really get into it. I guess.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to watch it with my lady, dude. She's gonna like be into it too much, and I'm be like grossed out.
But it has like very stereotypical things that are like it's so played out, I guess, that it's like to take it seriously, it's dumb. Like they have Barbie go to like a male construction site, and then some of the dudes catcall Barbie, and then you have people on the right saying like this is such a fucking look at the way that they're characterizing men. They're making men out to seem evil, and it's just like it's not that deep. This is a children's movie,
Yeah.
but I had fun. Like it, the way it's filmed is also really nice. It's different,
Yeah.
and you'll know what I'm talking about if you decide to watch. Like the way it's filmed is it's nice.
I'll watch it. I think I'll probably just get high, maybe.
Yeah, that's yeah,
So I
that's
don't.
probably the way.
Yeah. So I'm not radicalized watching it, like pissed off.
Yeah, this thing you won't. I mean, I don't know about you, but to get mad, to be a person who gets mad at that movie is a person who wants to be angry.
Yeah.
The movie didn't do anything wrong. You just you chose that to be your stimuli to make you angry.
Yeah. That's a great way to put that.
But yeah, other than that, I've been watching videos about like the Pakistani bird market. Like
What?
it's video in a dude in like Karachi with like his razor phone filming cages of birds that are squawking, and then he's like, text this number if you wish to buy, 0033318892. And I'm just watching these poor birds that are probably illegally smuggled. This channel on YouTube that has like 200 views, and I'm just thinking to myself like, man, like there's entire worlds and economies that I'm just not aware of that are all just existing.
Yeah. The commerce of the world, the global commerce is really strange.
Yeah, it makes me like, it honestly it makes me wonder like, dogs are more advanced than birds, but I don't think birds should be pets. I think birds should be outside.
It's
It made it legit. Like I went to the zoo and I
stance.
saw monkeys in the cage, and I had the same feeling watching those birds in the cage.
Really?
It felt yeah, it felt not good.
Yeah. Dude, that is a weird feeling, huh?
Seeing the monkeys in the cage,
Yeah.
just looking at you, yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Nah, I didn't like that. When I was in Arizona, that was the last time I went to a zoo. I remember just like staring into that guy's eyes, and I was like, "Fuck, dude." He has like thoughts, I think.
They for sure do. They for sure do. I mean, like, I don't know the range, but like orangutan spearfish. Like they watched Indonesian like farmers do that, and they learned. So they'll like stand. I'm serious. They'll have a vine that hangs over the river, and then they'll just stab the water and get the fish. They like practice like medicine.
Yeah, dude, I saw that in Chimp Empire. They like rub shit.
Yeah, there was this orangutan that like he had like a cut on his face, and so he chewed up this like antiseptic leaf into like a paste, and then put the paste from his mouth onto the cut. Like they're not stupid. Like they're really like this idea that they're just like every animal has the sentience of a bumblebee, of an unthinking just this thing that flies around in circles that smacks its head against a glass window. Like
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah. That's fucked up. We should free the apes.
Yeah, before they kill us. Before they fucking kill us.
Yeah, I don't think we'd stand it. In a fist fight versus a monkey, I think most people going down.
But yeah, I don't. Fist fight versus a monkey. I don't know how you win.
Gotta kick him in the balls.
I think their balls are like titanium, dude. I think they're legit. I think they have truck nut balls.
Brother, you've never felt my front kick.
It's like kicking like a car. It's like literally just kicking like the underbelly of a car.
I can do
That's how
it.
it feels.
No hezzy. Fucking no hezzy at all, dude. Oh man, it's 105, dude. We did it.
I hate my job.
Clocked in.
Yeah,
Another day in the
just-
office. Already done. I'm gonna fucking kick the coffee machine one last time. Maybe get a cup of coffee on the way out. Tell Sandra she's a whore because she won't go out with me.
You won't go out with me, but you'll fuck Chris at the Christmas party. You'll fuck Steve at the Christmas party in the office closet, but you won't go out with me to Chili's.
I'm trying
And
to
dump
treat
it.
you out. Nice dinner date at Chili's. I'm gonna get you the fucking appetizers. You know you're gonna get the boneless buffalo wings. Alright? I'm not cheap with it. I'm gonna
It's
get
my
you
birthday.
ranch and blue cheese.
It's my birthday, suck it. It's my birthday.
X.com/Gash show for all of the updates and musings from our wonderful brains. We've been posting funny things on there. Gotta take a look at the catalog.
You take a look at the long catalog.
Long stuff. Other than that, we're trying out new things. We're trying this visual element thing. So hopefully people like it. Eventually we'll get a fucking setup going. I still gotta get a new laptop. This thing is brickin' heavy. But yeah. You got anything you want to say to these fine people?
No. Other than, yeah, no, I don't. I've said everything I could. I'm empty.